Hey guys, namaste my witchlings. Oh, that's not surprising. My hair is frizzy as fluff today. I'm going to put it back into a ponytail just so it hides. Oh no, I can't stand my hair looking that wild and crazy. Yep, we are wearing the Care Bears today. Don't see that. Hey everybody, I see a Mimi, a Will, a Hazel, a John. I know Joram at least was here. Might help if I put my eyes on. You know what, I'm going to wear those today. We're going to put this on because we are going to do the cards here shortly. I need to wash it. Oh. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun. There we go. My fingers aren't cooperating today. Oh yeah, clarifying shampoo is awesome. There we go. I don't use a clarifying shampoo very often, but I don't use product in my hair. I may start using product because I am, like I said previously, trying to figure out my hair's wave pattern. Oh, I don't know. I am so damn tired today, you guys. What is on my camera? Yep, I can do a candle for you, John. I had a white flake of something on the camera, so I bumped it off. Hence why my camera just jumped a bit, you guys. Sorry. Okay. We have an interesting afternoon planned for us here. All right, let's do our digital housekeeping and say, please be mindful of the energy you bring into this space, and you will be you will be respectful in my chat, because if you are not, Arnold and the mods will be finding you with the banhammer.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Now my coffee. I'm hearing funny noises behind me, and somebody is snoring, so I know it's not him. All right. Hey, gamer. Hey, E. I do not know enough about what's going on over in Israel to be able to comment on it. Unfortunately. I know there's a lot going on over there still. Hey, Jack. How are you doing today? All right, you guys. Yeah, see that. My hands are cold. Oh, my word. Okay. All right, everybody, we're actually going to get started here. I'm trying to finish waking up. It's not working, so I guess we're just going to go. Son of a sea biscuit. Forgot to do that, too. That was last week, yep. All right, you guys. Namaste, Witchlings. Welcome to another cozy afternoon coffee and cues where we sip, share, and stir a little bit of soul into our mugs. Now go grab your favorite crystal. I am going to keep playing with my unicorn amethyst. Nope, this is just an amethyst palm stone. Wrong stone. Light your candle or your incense for that aromatherapy. Cozy up with your coffee, tea, or whatever brew fills your mug today. And let's step into today's conversation. Now, mind you, if this space resonates, don't forget to do the whole like, share, and subscribe thing. Hit the bell so you know when we're sharing. And because that really helps our Witchling community grow. And speaking of growing, You can now join this channel as a Witchling member. Your membership helps me keep creating all of this magic here, and it lets us stay connected in deeper, more meaningful ways. So if you feel called to support the channel and you have the financial wherewithal to afford it, and maybe you'd like to step a little closer into our coven, go ahead and tap that join button and come on in. Yes, the join button is down here somewhere. All right, my friends, we do have a birthday, some birthdays to honor today, and a couple of other things. It just kind of happened that pink became my color for yoga with dye. Hey, Bhagavad Gita. And we have a Jamal, Zentangle. All right. We have some new people. Hello, hello. Virtual yoga. Well, see, I can't complain about virtual yoga because I teach virtual yoga, so hey. Oh yeah, you're teaching too. I understand hating teaching it though. Thank you, Zentangle. All right, we're going to go ahead and do our little bit here, and then we'll get on to the coffee and cues portion. I can understand that, Mike. All right, we have birthdays today. We have 2 birthdays. All right, our first birthday is a dear friend, Shay. She lives with multiple myeloma, so I am learning a fuck ton about that particular condition. And Shay, I truly hope you have the most fabulous birthday today. You made it to another one. And then a classmate from high school who was a really awesome guy is also celebrating his birthday. Nathan, I hope you have a killer birthday. Happy birthday to Shay and Nathan. We are also today lighting the way through the veil. Whoops, correction, wait until that. So happy birthday to my friends. Now we get to this. We are also today lighting the way today through the veil for Catherine O'Hara. No more forgetting your son when you go on vacation, and please watch out for Beetlejuice, ma'am. May your passing be peaceful. We are sending love and juju to our Witchling Joram today, healing energy to Roro, and we are sending mojo juju to Jay and Roro. May you both, and good luck to John in his academic and other pursuits. We love you guys. Now, as I light this candle, we offer this flame in care and remembrance. This light is for survivors and victims of all types of violence, for our witchlings and their loved ones who are walking through those difficult moments, for all those in Minneapolis and everywhere one might need some cute winter boots to run from the slave catchers, and for anyone who needs just a little bit more steadiness today. We hold all of this within our sacred circle. And now with the lighting of our candle, our circle is now closed. We invite the ancestors to be with us. And in the quiet, we remember even a small light can make space for healing. All right, you guys. Sorry. All right. I remember when the Care Bears were on TV. Thank you, Kim. They came from Zenny. I'm glad you do, Taylor. But that's not what we do here. We are not Christian here. I stepped away from the church many years ago. I figured that out last night too, John. It was kind of interesting. All right, y'all. It is time for holidays. Let's see what holidays we have. What? Oh, yeah. I am being reminded that when I respond to the chat, I need to read what I'm responding to. I am working on that one, you guys. All right, let's see what holidays we have to celebrate today. Today's holidays are Backwards Day. Today invites a playful flip of perspective. Try doing one thing backwards on purpose. I don't know. Start with dessert, take a different route, question an old assumption. Sometimes the fastest way forward is a gentle rewind. Next, we have Hell is Freezing Over Day. A day for the impossible made possible. Old grudges thaw, long-stalled plans stir, and if you've been waiting for a sign that change can happen, consider this it. Next, we have National Seed Swap Day. I firmly believe this is an important thing to do. Seeds are hope in physical form, whether literal or metaphorical. Sharing seeds is an act of trust in the future. Exchange, plant, or simply name what you are going to nurture next. And last but not least, it is Inspire Your Heart with Art Day. Let art do what words can't. Create, consume, or simply sit with something beautiful and let it move you. Art reminds us we are more than productivity, we are expression. That's our holidays today. All right. Apparently somebody is convinced that I am not a woman, huh? Hello, Grace. I see you. Am I a teacher? It depends on what kind of teacher you're asking. I am a yoga instructor, yes. I am a tarot instructor, yes. Am I a school teacher? No. Would have loved to have gone to college to become a teacher, but no. Thank you, Jerome. Awesome, John. Yep. As above, so below. That is part of my beliefs. Actually, yes, I do. Mine, my grandchildren, my nieces, my nephews, my grandnieces and nephews. I'm around lots of kids. What's wrong with me being around children? I know. Give me just 1 second. I don't want in the trash can. Son of a sea biscuit. Now I'm going to rewatch some of that. Life goes on. Could be worse. Just a little bit of yogurt. My Care Bears and my Lisa Frank is the only child-themed stuff I've got in here. And they're very definitely things from my own childhood that now that I'm an adult and can buy shit for myself, I can actually have it. Who'da thunk? All right, y'all. Thank you, Guardian. I love you, Hazel. Choose your next lines carefully. There we go. Some do. I do know some parents who let their kids be on YouTube unsupervised. I also know of a young child who wants to be a YouTuber. So, yeah, it's Skylar. Oh, God, the ringing is loud today. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and move on and see what else we have to do today. Oh, we have goddesses. Okay, a goddess. What, huh? Who's doing what with how many go first? Yes! I gotta move. Give me just a sec. Give me a second. I gotta fix something. Yes, dear. He's gonna take my computer for a minute. Oh, I know this. Maybe one of these days I will remember that we don't usually do a goddess on Fridays. But I like my goddesses. Thank you, Victorian Vampire. Yeah. I have been a Care Bear fan, well, since the Care Bears came out. My favorite usually is Funshine Bear. Funshine has been my favorite for ages. Second would probably be... I like Tenderheart, but he was never my favorite. Everybody wants to be the leader. I didn't. My other favorite is probably Grumpy. With his little rain cloud. I am a Capricorn. If you want astrology, I will refer you to Hestia's Muse. It is a husky. It is on a Lisa Frank blanket because I absolutely love Lisa Frank. John, don't apologize. You're not rambling. John, you usually spew some of the most interesting facts when you go on one of your little tangents. That does not surprise me at all, Will. All right, my witchlings, it is time for us to honor our goddess of the day. She is a divine presence to inspire, guide, and walk with us on our journey. Today's goddess is Sarasvati, goddess of learning, wisdom, and communication. She offers a clear and steady current of insight as the month comes to a close. She is said to have invented the sciences, the arts, and writing herself, making her... Oh, whoops. He goofed and forgot to show the right picture. Let's start this over. It is time for us to honor our goddess of the day. She is a divine presence to inspire, guide, and walk with us on our journey. Our goddess today is Sarasvati, goddess of learning, wisdom, and communication, and she offers a clear and steady current of insight as our month comes to the close. She is said to have invented the sciences with arts and writing itself, making her the living source of eloquence and understanding. In sacred art, she appears radiant and white-skinned, often riding a swan or seated upon an open lotus, symbols of discernment, purity of thought, and the ability to separate truth from distraction. White flowers, especially lotus and marigolds, echo her devotion to clarity, beauty, and awakened intelligence. This day is especially supportive for study, teaching, and refining your mental focus. Traditionally, the festival of Sarasvati is observed around this time when students gather bearing offerings such as lotus and marigold blossoms, incense, pens, and books to receive her blessings. These simple symbols honor her role as guardian of knowledge and learning. To adapt the practice, gently anoint your own study tools or books with a touch of lotus oil and burn a sweet, clarifying incense. Rosemary works beautifully for this, to invite sharper awareness and steady concentration. To call Saraswati's grace for communication, work with her symbols of water and white flowers. Remove the petals from a white blossom and place them into flowing water, saying, Saraswati, let my words bear gentle beauty and truth, falling lightly on others' ears, even as these petals to the water. As the petals drift away, trust the water to carry your intention, allowing your voice, like her wisdom, to move with elegance, clarity, and purpose. That is today's goddess. She's one of my favorite Hindu goddesses. What's up? Love you too. Yes, if memory serves, yes, she is Vishnu's wife. Thank you, staff. Thank you. All right, so Love You Too is asking me if I can answer a question. I look like someone who can give life advice. She's also from India and asks if Saraswati is Vishnu's wife. wife. I believe she is. Joram, International Stacker, will... Oh, whoops. Skylar says, what is the red Care Bear? No se recuerda. I don't remember. I will have to look that one up. All right. Bum, 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 bum. Do people, and Love You Too is asking, do people still believe in Saraswati? I don't know. I am not in India, but I do believe there are still some Hindus who follow the old gods and goddesses. What just... Okay, that's what fell. Stay. All right. Tenderheart. Tenderheart, I always thought Tenderheart was brown, but maybe a red brown. All right. I wouldn't say it's a dumb religion. I mean, there may be a red, reimagined red Care Bear, kind of like the green one with the leaf on its belly. Do I like Star Wars? Yes. No, I will not react to WAP. Yes, Star Wars is fun. Oh, you guys can't see him. Bummer. I'll have to move him back to the other side of the bookshelf. Yep. I like Star Wars. I'm like you, John. I like Star Wars and Star Trek. There aren't many of us. Oh, Mimi is saying hi to River. I don't think River is seeing it. All right. Skylar, that is a question that would take far longer to answer than I have spoons or time for. Let's just say the Vatican. Hazel, you and Kat will get along quite well once we finally get together. All right. Let's see. Let's see what the cards have to say. I know. All right. The rainbow. Oh, Sleepy Time Bear. Sleepy Bear was my other favorite as a kid. I know. Nope. All right. Let's go ahead and start looking at the cards. All right. So, as usual, it is Friday, so we are using our weekend deck. And that would be the Chubby Witch's Night in Oracle and the Cozy Witch Tarot deck. So, which Chubby Witch did we pick today? We have... Your nightstand is magical, and so are you, witch. I love this deck. Oh, there's a cat. Oh my gosh. Check out the cat sharing the pillow with her. Oh my god, that is so adorable. Okay. Now, that is life, the universe, and... nope, it wasn't. It's 43. That's right. Okay. So... reading from the book, because this deck has a really awesome story to each card. So, your nightstand is magical, and so are you, witch. Your altar isn't the only place that's magical. The way I see it, all of the spaces you keep are inherently magical, because the way you arrange them speaks to you. They can reflect so many things about you, your personality, your interests, your witchy beliefs or practices, and even your state of mind, and you are one magical fucking being. The question this card brings up is whether or not you're being intentional about those spaces. Our spaces can naturally end up looking one way over time and unintentionally reveal something about us, which I think is very cool, but I also believe that you can change your environment to affect you back in a positive way, which I think is even more so. This, to me, is a form of magic unto itself. If your nightstand or any of your other personal spaces has gotten a bit messy or chaotic, stop and take note. Contemplate what that says about you in your current state. What's going on in that head? Perhaps tidying this space up a bit will also tidy up whatever's going on in there, or maybe it's just a good place to begin. Depending on the type of cleaning, emphasis on this, it can be relaxing and meditative, leading to all kinds of realizations you wouldn't have had otherwise. Perhaps it's not that just your space is a mess, but maybe it's just soulless, for lack of a better word, lacking anything that says, this is mine. I used to have a pretty minimalist and thoughtless nightstand setup, and then one night I had the genius idea to relocate all of my dream and sleep-related books there and place crystals that have the energy of good rest and sweet dreams. Prior to that, I had a lot of trouble sleeping, but after I found myself not experiencing as much sleeplessness. I also found myself getting way more into my witchcraft practice, which makes sense to me because I began surrounding myself with a ton of witchy shit for 8+ hours a night. Lesson: how you curate your space matters. It doesn't need to be with fancy or expensive stuff. It only has to be meaningful to be magical. And our journal prompt, which I will be adding to the socials eventually: what do your intentional spaces say about you, and what about your unintentional spaces? And that, my friends, is our Chubby Witches Night In for this week. All right, you go over there. And now, yep. And now, my loves, it is time for the Cozy Witch Tarot. I love this deck. So, okay. Our card today is the Nine of Cups reversed. It says, live in a constant state of gratitude. And again, these cards have such great stories to them. Reversed. Have you forgotten just how many amazing blessings you've been given? You may find yourself wanting more to fill a hole inside you, except nothing ever feels like it's enough. Dig deep in search of what truly matters in life. That is our Cozy Witch card for this week. All right. And today's affirmation. Ooh. Our affirmation for today: I choose gratitude over grasping. I recognize the abundance already holding me. I tend my inner and outer spaces with care, intention, and love. I do not need more to be whole. I am already enough. The magic in my life begins where I am. That's our affirmation today. You are not alone there, Hazel. So not alone there. There's a reason I didn't notice the cat until I was reading it. All right. What? Oh, here. Yeah. If you look at the blue and just kind of glance at the blue crystal in front of the clock, I can see why one would think it is something else. All right. Hey, casual TJ. Are you casual or are you TJ? I'm leaning towards TJ. Pop these where they belong. All right. Thank you. Thanks for the love, Will. I appreciate it. Why do kids go to school on Fridays? Some places are actually not sending their kids to school on Fridays. I know. Is Friday considered a weekend? Also, we do Friday, we record a day ahead. So what we record today gets released tomorrow. So technically, it's the weekend. Dude, do you honestly think I have not heard that? I'm just saying, please be more creative if you're going to try and insult me. Amen, John. Fucking hear you there. Oi. No kidding. All right. I rather like my skin. It has my ink on it. That's one. There's two. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. Why do I have to count them every time I think about them? As for Casper, or as for her TJ, no, I'm not Australian. I am from the United States. Hey, Cake Cup, how are you doing today? I know it's 9 piercings, 7 tattoos, but I always have to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 piercings. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, you confused me for a minute. Oh, I wish Kratom did something for me. I love it, John. That is adorable. So John says, funniest affirmation I saw. I love myself. I think I'm grand. When I go out, I hold my hand. I put my arm around my waist. When I get fresh, I slap my face. And John also said, I'm capable of making good decisions and amazing at making bad ones. Yes. They're an 80s cartoon. They were rainbow colored. There is no black in the rainbow, so therefore there were no black bears. It's not a race thing. Go have some fun with that Kratom and pass out thing. I wish. No shit. Although I do have a black bear that, lives in the blackberry bushes 2 doors down. If not friend, why friend shaped? Not on my clothes. Where is the... It hit it. There we go. That's why. All right. Oh. Moving on, my loves. Oh, I can ditch this now. Boom. Smooth down the frizzies. My hair gets frizzy so fast. Uh-oh. Because I can dress like a 5-year-old. Hey, Jay. Only half gay. Jay Lightning Walker says I look gay. Only half. Do I have autism? Yes, actually I do. I am autistic ADHD. Yes, John, it is. Actually, I am old enough to finally be able to wear shit that I have wanted to wear since I was a small child because it's my money buying shit and I don't have to put up with the incubator saying no. So, and for your information, I am pushing 50. Thank you, Axel. Callum, I'm bi. I'm bi. Callum, yes, she wasn't a mother, but she incubated and birthed me. So, hey. She did not want daughters, and she made my life a living hell from the time my first period happened. Yes, John, the advantage of age is that you're wise enough to do things and not give a fuck about what others think. Yes, very much. This is my life, my friend. I wish they could have heard that. I don't even know if you heard that. I said, this is my life, and went, Oh, really? That would be my family you're talking about. Yep, elder millennial. Oh, John, that is so awesome to hear. Yay! Why do I need braces? My teeth aren't that bad. All right. Thank you, John. I'm sure they appreciate the cheering. All right. Uh-oh. Yes. But I drink a fuck ton of coffee and soda, so And my teeth have been jacked up since, well, early childhood. Are you just going to sit there and bag on me for shit that I really don't have a whole lot of control over, or you're actually going to do something? Thank you, gang. Yes, I am well aware that I do not look as old as I am. When I tell people that my oldest child is 27, they look at me like I'm insane. Yes, I am a huge Marvel fan. Okay, so Gang Crew says I actually look like I could be 35 or 40, and they're not intending it as an insult. Axel then Melissa Elizabeth Olsen reference. Are you referring to the Scarlet Witch? I actually really like the Scarlet Witch, and I do think they cast her quite well. We're not going to devolve into a comic conversation yet. Okay, Axel, let's get through the rest of this and get to the actual coffee and cues part. Then yes, I will happily talk Marvel with you. What is it with the comics? We had an awesome comic conversation Wednesday night. No. I'm not going to show that comment, but no, it is not it's safe to assume. Thank you, Pinewood. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Pinewood. I'm enjoying my Care Bears today. What the? Oh, there we go. That fixed that. Wouldn't it be nice if you were related to the Olsen twins, Mimi? Okay. That's fine. All right, let's move on. Oh, Hazel. I understand why you moved, Hazel. You're good. Okay, my lovelies. We're gonna do this right quick. Hello, my witchlings. Come on in and step into the DieTheYogaWitch.shop, where... Okay. Step into DieTheYogaWitch.shop, where magic meets movement and everyday rituals get an upgrade. You can browse my... There it is. You can browse my handmade intention-infused jewelry and then snuggle up with Die the Yoga Witch mugs, yoga mats, t-shirts, sweatshirts, dog sweatshirts, hoodies, cat collars, and so much more. Treat yourself, bless a friend, maybe even your familiar, and bring just a little bit of witchy sparkle into your daily life. Again, that is DieTheYogaWitch.shop. Now, if you are enjoying this particular show and would like to step just a little bit deeper into our coven here, consider clicking on that join button and becoming a member of our channel. There are some amazing perks for all of my witchlings, and there are levels starting at just a single solitary $1 a month. How affordable is that shit? Now, also a quick reminder that you can help this channel out also by subscribing to our channel, liking our videos, ringing that bell, and sharing us with a friend. Leave me a couple of comments just to boost my, visibility in the algorithm. I so very much appreciate all of your support, you guys. You are the absolute best. Thank you so very much for tuning in. All right, back to the show. All right. Haha. Cat. It's a cat. If anyone messes with you, I'll slap him with a trout. I love my family. Oh. Thank you, Axel, for the subscription. Greatly appreciate it. All right. Oh, we have a Katie Taylor. I like that name. Katie Tyler. My apologies. All right. Uh-oh. Thank you for the subscription, Axel. You are awesome. You guys are being really cool in here today. I don't know where my pen went. Is this the place for fish violence? Hey, Emma, welcome in. Welcome to the insanity that is my show here. We have a lot of fun in here. I'll gladly hand you an orca to hit the people. Oh God, that's hilarious. Oh my God, Hazel, that is awesome. I love it. I love it. I love it. I actually don't know either of those games personally. I have seen them played, but I have not played video games with any kind of regularity in pushing 20 years, and I kind of regret it. I am hopefully going to have my Xbox set up soon. I think it's an Xbox 360. Hoping to have it set back up soon, but there's no guarantees on that. Oh, Unique Dude, you say gayness like, are you insinuating it's a bad thing? I'm just saying. All right. Shall we move on to our self-care kind of cards? Pushing, yeah. More like 15 years. I stopped playing video games just before we moved in over here because I just didn't have time. Which creepy doll? I have a few dolls that could have been creepy, but I don't have my dolls anymore. Sad face. That's true. I've also never had dolls on the stream. Yes, gayness is good. We are friendly to the queer community. Wait, I'm a member of the queer community. If only he knew, right, babe? Right. Okay, let's move on and do our fun little self-care shit. We're starting with Harmony, I think. Oh no, actually. Yes! Alex, you will be very happy here. Kat, I leave him in your very, very, adequate care. Capable hands. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you, babe. Oh, hey, look. It is time for the Sanskrit bit. Yay, Sanskrit. This is fun. All right, my friends. On our last day with Vairagya, we don't do more. We set shit down. Now, this is a day for integration, not effort. Notice what feels lighter than it did at the start of the week. Notice what no longer needs your constant attention. Vairagya asks us to honor these small releases as real progress, as we should. To wrap up our week. Excuse me, the coffee's talking back. To wrap up our week, reflect on what you stopped chasing, whether it be approval, certainty, or urgency. Acknowledge where you responded with pause instead of an instant reaction. Thank your body and nervous system for choosing steadiness over strain. Make a quiet commitment to carry this discernment forward. Vairagya doesn't end because the week ends. It becomes a reference point, a reminder that you can care deeply without gripping tightly. That peace grows when you stop feeding what drains you. Let this be your closing. Less grasping, more clarity, more trust. Namaste, my witchlings. That's our Sanskrit. Now we get to look into harmony. Harmony. All right, so our harmony card says, remember, oh, hold on, click. Remember that you are not an island. Is it working? It's not listening. Remember that you are not an island. You are a part of the great web of life, and your energy affects those around you just as their energy will affect you. Continue to participate with people and activities that will uplift and elevate your soul, only putting out in the world what you would like to get back. That was our harmony. And now, my friends, we have our little Zen card. Lighthouse. When you absorb the light of the sun, warmth can be felt on closed eyelids. As you breathe in, the hands, extensions of the heart, come into prayer, and a smile livens your lips. You remember you are a house of light. Even at the darkest hour, your light guides wayward ships home safely to the harbor. The soul, the internal lighthouse, and bringer of truth. Please close your eyes, take a deep breath in, fill the bottom of your belly, and then fill your lungs. Hold for as long as you can, and release it in peace. When complete, repeat aloud, I am the light. And that, my friends, is our harmony and our Zen for today. Yes? You didn't put the Zen thing out, did you? Okay. Oh, well, we'll fix it later. No worries. He got distracted. You moved the cursor and oh, well. Oh, Lord. Okay. Yep. Who says I'm 25? Not complaining, but what if we want bad things? There's the link to be able to book a reading. Probably. We need to have a conversation about that, Joram. Because if what I'm reading is correct, so Joram is saying IS always misunderstands his own honesty, what to do. Thanks, so I can see, etc. I am the lightest. Domidon doxomidon. Thanks. That one sounds like a conversation to be had later, friend. Because that could be fun to talk about, I think. Raging, I will happily do a reading if you book one with me. I do not do them live on stream yet. We are working towards that. But it is simply, it requires more preparation than I do on a normal day. All right. Now, oh, that's already ready for me to put these away. Those go go there. That goes there. So it's where it belongs. Took that. I still got to take my gummies today. Eh. Thank you, John. I appreciate that. All right. No, they're my various vitamin gummies. I really like the, oh, this isn't even the right company. That's interesting. I like the Ollie gummies for vitamins. Because my preferred method of trying to self-delete was pills. I have problems taking horse pills, the big vitamins. And so I have discovered the gummies are the easiest way to get them into my system when I need them. That is one of the reasons I am incredibly grateful that having started consuming THC. By the way, Hazel's in the other chat asked if the gummies I referred to were THC. So one of the reasons I'm grateful I have started using THC is I no longer have to take a handful of pills when I take my meds in the morning and at night. It's been a really nice thing. I totally agree with you, Mimi. All right, let's see. Yeah, and John, you guys have been awesome. I didn't even notice it, love. All right. Yep, let's do this. I got it, babe. Our quote from Mr. Rogers. One of my wise teachers, Dr. William F. Orr, told me there is only one thing evil cannot stand, and that is forgiveness. That's our Mr. Rogers quote today. The man was so wise. It's going to take some of us, I'm just going to say it's going to take some of us a long time to be able to forgive, but all right, am I having a good time? Yeah, for the most part. Hell, it's Mel. I like that. Nice. That's what I'm trying to figure out, Kat. Thank you. Hell, it's actually a sweatshirt. It's a little chilly here to be wearing just a t-shirt today. Exactly, Kat. Right there with you. Oh, Skylar, we got you, friend. We are one of the most positive, upbeat chats that I have had the pleasure of participating in, even if I'm on this side of the camera. I love my witchlings because they are so awesome. They are so kind, compassionate, uplifting, caring. The only time people leave here feeling bad is when they've gotten kicked out for being rude shitheads. Oh, I am so sorry, Mel. Oh, but at least you're cozy. It's that time of year. Yes, and Cat is here. I love my cat. Both of my cats. Just because one's my kid and the other's my cousin, hey, we're doing good. Why the fluff do you keep attacking me? Because it's not where it belongs. That's why. Sorry about that. Meow. Yep. Having a day. Oh, I hear shaky shakies. Who's shaky shake? Oh, hello. You're the one who did the shaky shakies. All right, y'all. We're going to put the candle out, open our circle. But first, our blessing. May you pause long enough to notice what is already holding you. May gratitude replace the hunger for more and contentment soften the ache to fill what was never empty. May the spaces you touch today, your nightstand, your home, your inner world, become places of care rather than clutter, intention rather than overwhelm. May you remember that magic does not live only on altars, but in the quiet choices to tend, to notice, and to appreciate. And may you rest tonight knowing that you are already surrounded by blessings, even the ones you forgot to count. Blessed be, and namaste, my witchlings. That's our blessing. All right. Give me a second, sweetheart. All right, my lovely witchlings. It is time to open our circle. As we extinguish our candle, our circle is opened, and we extend our eternal gratitude to the ancestors for being here. All right. Ah, there it is. Clickety-clack, don't talk back. All right, my lovelies. As we head back out into our day, actually, before I do that, this is not the end of the show. This is not the end of the stream, simply the end of the show. All right. Okay. Oh, doing this? Okay. Okay. Okay, that works. Then never mind. We're still gonna clickety-click that? Okay. Okay, so you can quote John 3:16. Big whoop. There's a number of us in here who can quote the Bible at you. Hell, there's a fucking Roman Catholic in this chat with you. So... Oh, Skylar, we understand all too well. Seriously, Skylar is saying he doesn't mean to bring negativity into the stream, but his life hasn't always been good. He's lost a lot of loving people that meant a lot to him, honey. We are right there with you. Since 2018, I have lost both of my parents, an adopted sister, two adopted sisters, and a few other people. It's been rough. So yeah, we feel for you. Yeah, tech is great. All right. Da-da-da-dum. Yes. Well, you're gonna crawl under the electric blanket 3 more and have a thermonuclear reactor snuggled up to your ass, probably. I think he's on the couch. Speaking of, amen to that, Mr. Valentine. Would you like to come say hi, sweetheart? Yes, it's that time now. Come here. You know, come say hi to John and Mimi. Yeah, I know. Yup, I knew it. Get up here. Yip. Good boy. Tookers wants to come say hi to everybody. Cat. Yes, baby. Look at this. Look at him. Look. People love you. John is saying hi. Yeah, John says hi. Aw, Hazel says hi too. Hazel's not hungry anymore and she's now hyper. What are we going to do about that? Isn't he adorable? This is the baby of the family. This is the Tooker monster. Yeah, all right. There you go. Oh, you want to stay and say hi some more? Okay. You can stay on Mom's lap for a little bit. He thinks he's a lap dog. Mwah! Yeah, oh, you're a good boy. You are such a good boy. Yes, you are. You're my goof boy. You're my goofy boy. Oh, he is my baby. All right, where's your brothers? Where's your brother? Where's the fuzzy butt? Where's your kitty? Oh, you still want pets? I know it is. Aw. Aw. I noticed. I'm scratching his head and he's like, oh, Mom, that feels so good. Yeah. He is such a lovey boy. And he loves the attention he gets from everybody online, too. Hi, baby. All right. Down. Okay, good boy. Love you. Go lay down on your blanket. Yeah, go kennel it. I know. We'll get there. I promise. But now I have took her fur. Yep. Oh, if we're lucky, the furry overlord will make his presence known, too. I think he's in the heated bed right now. We are Seattle adjacent, so it's kind of chilly out here right now. I don't have my watch on me. Yeah, it's cold and wet. Oh, cats are awesome. It should be freezing, though. Yeah. So, according to my phone, it is 40 degrees outside. Cats are awesome. Mel. So, the furry critters that Mimi shared are our furry children. Yes, John the Dorkfish is awesome. We have Tookers. We have our little old man who is 14 years old, and that is Sergeant Snuggle Puppy. And then Luna is our pit bull Malamute. She almost never comes in and says hi when I'm talking to the computer. And then the furry overlord, Cat, he comes in and gets up in my lap and then lays down on the desk after purring into the mic for a minute because he is opinionated. Really? That's it. I wonder where it is saying. Interesting. And it says for here in Tanner, it says 41. Now that one says 50. The fluff. Sorry. Weird. I have 3. So we're checking our temperature here. You are just a little bit further south. Yes. Interesting. I have three locations on my phone for the town we live in, and 2 of them say 41 and one says 50. Yes. So yes, that's exactly what Fuzzbutt does. Oh my god. Oh, Munchkin cats are so adorable. Oh, honey, share the dorkfish. Would you? Mel is asking about the dorkfish. So, years and years and years ago, the country comedian Bill Engvall came up with his dorkfish bit. And if you haven't listened to it, it's pretty good. But the dorkfish just kind of became lexicon in my family. And I still use it. And I used it on stream one day, and our dear John here made an image of the dorkfish that is now one of our emotes. Fuzzy Lords, yep. Furry Overlords. Yes, and if you join the channel here, you can have access to the furry emotes. Hazel says it's 52 degrees down in her neck of the woods. It is too frickin' warm for this time of year. Yeah, it's 54 further south than Hazel. Surprising that there's only a 2-degree difference. Yes! It looks like the weird sport guy from Dodgeball. You're not wrong. It would have been shellfish of me not to share it. Will actually knows the bit. Because Will says, how do you catch a dorkfish? You use a corn dog. Yes. I am going, are you stateside or overseas, Raven? Now I can't decide if I'm hot or cold or halfway in between. Okay. So, oof. Ah, you're Michigan. You're out Mimi's way. Mimi's in the Twin Cities. I don't... What? Yes. Yes. Okay. Can you do that on your own screen, not mine, please? So the man behind the curtain, i.e. Technomancer, remotes into my computer from his. And typically when he wants me to notice something in the chat, he'll wiggle the mouse over it. He thought he was doing that on his own monitor, not mine. And I'm sitting here going, I already saw all of that shit. Why are you... Oh, I thought I was on mine. Sorry. Ooh, Star Trek Next Gen. So do I. Why am I not surprised that Will likes Bill Engvall? I love Bill Engvall. I loved Jeff Foxworthy until I found out that, you know, he went to the dark side. Kind of made me sad. I have heard rumors that Larry the Cable Guy also went that way, but I'm pretty sure Bill Engvall stayed blue. Yes. Oh, so John and Mel are in the same vicinity. I'm willing to bet so they're in the same area as Bean, but you are kidding me, Hazel. Hazel says it's supposed to be 65 on the Oregon coast next week. Unfucking real. Now, as far as John, could never get into Deep Space Nine. I could not do DS9 myself. I didn't get into Enterprise as much as I love it's not Richard Dean Anderson. I almost called the Quantum Leaper by MacGyver's name, Sam. I can see his face. As much as I like the actor, I never watched the show. I wish. Thank you, River. Thank you, Raven. You're the best. Voyager was awesome. Loved Voyager. Who doesn't love, Seven? And then I can't remember his name. His first name is Harry. He still never got the promotion. How did I think that Janis Joplin was good enough? She reminded you of how Jim, I can see his face, acted from the door. Jim Morrison. Ooh, you're not wrong there. Harry Kim, thank you, Kat. You're the best. You always know the details that I'm looking for. You and your partner in crime. Yep, John Delancey was in Torchwood. John Delancey has I think he talked about changing his name from John Delancey to John Q. Delancey because everybody associates him with Q. But could you imagine? No, yeah, Torchwood. Come on, get his name. You know it's there. Nope, it's not coming. Nor is his character's name. Captain Jack Harkness. Could you imagine working with him? I mean, I have heard that he can be a little much as far as the adult humor he puts into things. I do not genuinely believe that he intends any harm with it, but he's out there. I have not watched Lower Decks yet. I need to. I know Will watches it, and he usually, not you, the one associated with Star Trek, Will Wheaton. I know he watches it, and he tends to do a summary. He has also, he is part of one of the other Star Trek shows these days, and I am so happy for him. John Borrowman, thank you. There's a W in there. But yes, it would be awesome to work with him. If he manages to make it to Emerald City Comic Con one of these years, I will be there with bells on. I shit you not. I would love to meet him. Now, if I had the opportunity to meet John Barrowman and David Tennant and Michael Sheen, because David Tennant and Michael Sheen are pretty much doing everything together right now, I would die. You're good, Joram. Yeah, same. I have heard really awesome things about Lower Deck. Oh, I promised somebody we would talk Marvel once we got to this part of the show. Somebody asked me who my favorite Avenger was. I don't know that I can pick one. Because I mean, are we talking current team or are we talking any of the team, anybody who has ever been an Avenger? And at that point, you might as well just flip a coin, basically, or actually roll a D100 and pick a fucking Marvel character. Because I swear to God, literally 90% of the Marvel superheroes have been part of the Avengers at one time or another. Even the Fantastic Four, half of the fucking X-Men. I mean, come on. Thank you, Illusion. And this is me without makeup on. I normally have my face done for my streams. But this witch decided to take a longer nap than I should have this morning. And yeah. Oh, my eyes are itchy. I forgot to use one of my eye drops. Squirrel Girl is awesome. Squirrel Girl truly is awesome. I wonder if the Spawn knows about Squirrel Girl. That would be entertaining. But full disclosure, my absolute favorite superheroes of all time are Superman, Supergirl. But I am overall a Marvel girl all the way. X-Men, the original X-Men cartoon that we now have, X-Men 97, is I wanted to watch Good Omens, but with what I've heard come back out about Neil Gaiman, I can't. I cannot support anything that puts money into Neil Gaiman's pockets. Thank you, Hazel. Hazel says she loves naps. There's absolutely nothing better than a coffee nap. Yes. Caffeinate yourself enough and go pass the fuck out. Yeah. David Tennant is fantastic. In Spider-Man 3. So here's the thing about Venom. Venom is an anti-hero. He has never intentionally he never intended to be a hero, but he's not exactly a villain either, even though he does some pretty nasty shit. Overall, his heart is usually in the right place. It's kind of like what I was discussing with the troll that we won over Wednesday night. His profile picture is Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor is not entirely a villain. He is just seriously warped. He honestly agrees that the world is fucked. It's borked. But in his mind, the only way to fix it is his method, because his method in his mind is the only one that's going to work. And I know I just spoke in a circle, just bear with me. Yeah, pretty much. Still need to see Venom 3. Is that The Last Dance? Oh God. If you liked Venom 1 and Venom 2, make sure you have Kleenexes with you for Venom 3. Yes. I just explained why Venom is an anti-hero in the movies. Yes, I have seen him in Jessica Jones. He is half the reason I watched Jessica Jones. He was glorious as a villain. Yes, Tom Hardy is amazing, especially as Eddie Brock. Your point? Your profile picture is a kitten. How does that make you any more adult than what I'm talking about here? Tom Hardy he's a good actor overall. And they really, really did well casting him as Eddie Brock. Hazel's in the other chat drooling over Tom Hardy. I mean, some comic book characters, there's just no way that you couldn't cast certain people as this character. Case in point, back in 96, my friends and I were talking about our dream cast for the X-Men. Every single one of us, I think there were 12 of us, were in this conversation, and it was hands down unanimous. Professor Xavier had to be Sir Patrick Stewart. 20 years or 15 years later, hello, or no, not even 15. Let's see, about 5 years later, hello, we have the X-Men with Patrick Stewart. No shit, freedom isn't free. Hi, I fought for your freedoms. Tom Hardy was in Star Trek. Yep. Are you chewing your nails, buddy? Or have you... Yep. Okay, that's when making noise. But yeah. That would not shock me at all, Kat. Let's see, another one. We were talking about the fact that in the Supergirl movie, Jason Momoa is going to be Lobo. Again, perfect casting. I had never thought about who to cast as Magneto, but choosing Sir Ian McKellen was absolute perfection, especially when you compare Magneto and Xavier's friendship with the relationship that Sir Patrick and Sir Ian have. Beautiful casting there. Picard was awesome. I have not watched the final season. I apologize, Jerome. I did not tell you about Janice's attitude. I like her music, but I don't know much about her. Yes, Picard is a great show. Was a great show. I'm trying to resist telling you guys because I know I have told all of you, at least some of you, about having met Brent Spiner and Jonathan Frakes. God, that was an awesome day. I can understand that, Joram. Joram was saying he didn't approve of Janis Joplin's voice. I can understand that. She had a very unique voice. So far they're being okay, Mimi. Thank you. But let's see. Marvel is cool. The one thing I have always liked about Marvel is, as opposed to DC, Marvel put the time and effort into building every character's backstory. Whereas with DC, you only really knew the backstory on the bigger characters like Batman, Superman, Joker, Penguin. I think it took us until like the 80s to finally get a backstory on Alfred. So Will hasn't heard this. My ex and I took the kids to Emerald City Comic Con one year. And one of the things we wanted specifically was to meet Brent Spiner. Because the Munchkin, my middle child, absolutely adored Data. They had started watching Next Generation and absolutely just head over heels for the Data character. Gee, and we wonder if any of my children are on the autism spectrum. I will get to Domenico in a moment. Nope. Oh God. So we're standing in line and we finally get up to meet Brent Spiner and we're chit-chatting with him. And I'm like, dude, you wished my child a happy birthday on their birthday. It was so awesome of you. And he's like, do you know how many of those I get a day? Hey, Justin. And I'm like, I'm sure, but you did actually respond to this one. And I cannot thank you enough for it. And as we're chit-chatting with Brent Spiner, mind you, backing up a second, there are signs all over the place saying no candid pictures with cell phones. No candid pictures, no candid pictures. So we're standing there talking to Brent. Jonathan Frakes is over here. And all of a sudden, it's diagnosed. And he stands up and starts loudly saying, no, we're not allowed to take candid pictures. We're not allowed to take candid pictures, as he's slowly slinking over closer to Brent. And as he gets close enough that it would be interrupting our conversation, he turns to me, sticks his hand out, and goes, hi, I'm Johnny. Nice to meet you. Hate to interrupt, but this gentleman wants a picture. Would you mind? And I'm like, go ahead, have at it. So they're yammering loudly about no, we're not allowed to take candid photos. We're not allowed to take candid photos. They get the picture taken, and Frakes goes back to his seat, and I'm just standing there. He just introduced himself, shook my hand, and said, nice to meet you. And I'm just kind of starstruck a little bit. And I'm really pissed off at myself that I didn't take that opportunity after, because the other guy left and there was nobody there for Frakes. I feel stupid for not saying that not only am I a huge fan of him and what I've seen him in, his wife is absolutely amazing as well. Because for those of you who don't know, Jonathan Frakes is married to Jeannie Francis, who many of us know better as Laura of Luke and Laura fame on General Hospital. It was awesome, and I don't have a picture of it. I don't know. I think the Munchkin got Brent Spiner his autograph, but I don't remember. That was the same year that we met Nicholas Brendan from Buffy. And I believe the same year we also got to meet James Marsters, who is Spike on Buffy. I actually have his autograph hanging in the storage shed right now. All right, now somebody asked when did I join Pride and why? I had it pointed out to me that I was queer when I was 20, but I've always been attracted to men and women. So when I was born, and why? Because I swing both ways. So hey. And as for undiagnosed autism, oh hell no, I was diagnosed autistic and ADHD about 17 years ago. Am I? Yes, I am bi. When my old... No, that's when I got my official... That's when I got the official re-diagnosis, because the incubator had me diagnosed as a kid. Yeah, so I was diagnosed with ADHD 25 years ago. 25 years ago. And then I was diagnosed, then I got the autism diagnosis too on top of that about, he was 10, so that would have made me 30, so about 18 years ago. Yes, Kat, I am bisexual. Hence the, well, haha. Hence my fan. May the farce be with you. Don't argue with that. Metal Gear Solid line, and that's why he's called Vampire? No, it's because he's bisexual. Amen to that, Kat. I've known some gorgeous women. Well, once you get up here, we'll take you to Pride and get you one. This one was bought for me because of my pots. It was very, very, very warm for Pride. And I was smart and I took my wheelchair with me. But I started getting warm. And, the spawn is like, Mom, are you okay? And I'm like, I'm actually getting kind of warm. And I was drinking all of the Gatorade I could. And he's like, okay, we are getting you a fan. So he went and bought this for me. Allison Hannigan is awesome. I want to meet her. As much as I love her and Neil Patrick Harris, I adore the both of them. I did not watch How I Met Your Mother. Pan, Demi Girl, currently in the closet. Yep. Oh, God, honey, we totally feel for you, Grace. Oh, do we feel for you. When I came out to my dad, I couldn't say the words. So I just pointed to my MySpace profile on his computer. And he looked, read it, looked back at me and went, your point? I've known that forever. I'm like, gee, thanks, Dad. And he's like, but don't tell your mom. She'll disown you. Which is yet another reason I refer to her as the incubator. Oh, that would be awesome, Will. Jackie, I feel for you. Wouldn't it be nice to meet Neil Patrick Harris? Oh my God, that man is just awesome. I've heard that, Kat. My friend, I've been baptized into the Episcopal Church, so, hey. I know. Yeah, John, I feel for you. So John is saying he can understand being afraid to come out to the family. If his Catholic family found out that he reads tarot, there would be a card barbecue. Actually, I'm leaning towards a card bonfire. And he would find himself in a holy water bath. I don't necessarily disagree. Mainly scared because of their beliefs and the current administration in our government and everything. Yep. I'm out and out about it because, well, at this point, it's too late for me anyway. I'm already on at least one, if not multiple lists as it is. So, might as well just go for broke here. But that's just me. What about the SCA, Will? Dude, is there an SCA event down there? That would be cool as fuck. Probably, but I'm trying. Well, yeah, there's that's not actually SCA, so but if the SCA that Will is referring to is the one I'm thinking of, it is the Society for Creative Anachronism, which essentially the SCA is a Ren fair that tries to be as historically accurate as humanly possible, as opposed to a Ren fair where people show up with wings and fairy costumes. So, we have played in the SCA. We did for, God, quite a few years. Until somebody decided that drag racing was more fun than the SCA. Not that I blame him. Hey, Aubrey. That explains a lot. Oh, and my ex-father-in-law, so. I don't know what, should I tell them? Okay, my first question is going to be the same thing I ask everyone who says something like this in my chat. Are you under 18 or are you over 18? Because that affects the advice I give a lot. Because if you are under 18, you are still basically dependent on your parents. And you have to put, okay, so if you feel it is safe, go ahead and come out. Otherwise, wait until you are old enough to not be entirely dependent on them. And then come out once you no longer live under their roof, or wait until you have an out and a safe place to go. Now, if you feel the need that you have to tell them and you're afraid they're going to kick you out, please make sure you have somewhere that you can go. Because I will never advocate for someone putting themselves in danger. And I do understand just how bad it can be, even here in the States, especially in the Bible Belt under this particular administration. It is not safe. I mean, I know that even though I don't broadcast, so to speak, unless someone specifically asks, that I am a part of the community, just having this is enough to tell people that I am. And then you have this that says you are safe with me. Oh, Lord, honey, I am so sorry. Yeah, wait until you're legally an adult and no longer living under their roof. Because Texans are a breed in and of themselves. All right. Oh, thank you, Aubrey. They came from Zenny. Let's see. Apparently in London, there's a witch choir, meditative singing, and magical vocal techniques. Oh. I wonder if Annie will be there. Bad die, no donuts. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Yes, the queer scene down there is vibrant and live and lively. So yes, and also we attract each other and we tend to protect each other when we can, even when we have to stay in the shadows and in the closet. Yeah, San Antonio is pretty blue. I believe Dallas, most of the big cities are. And this is the same pretty much in every state. The more rural you get, the easier it is to be in a fucking echo chamber, and those echo chambers tend to be very red, which is quite frightening. Yeah, it does also matter where in Texas. But yes. See, I am very lucky. I have been West Coast my entire life. My parents moved me. Ooh. Let me finish what I was starting to say, Roxana. And then I will explain. So, I was born on the south coast of Oregon, moved a little further inland, stayed pretty much southern Oregon until I was 10. We moved from there to the Portland metro area, bounced around the Portland metro area until I was 13. Right around the time I turned 14, we moved to Woodburn. I graduated from high school there, joined the Navy, and still stayed West Coast. What is the meaning of the love? This is simply acknowledging love. We all have pronouns, friend. I was born at an early age in a hospital that is now a nursing home. If I end up there, I come full circle. Thank you. I've been a Care Bears fan. I've been a Care Bears fan since pretty much the beginning. About a half hour from San Antone. It was more rural. Yup. Oh, that's good to hear. I like that one, Kat. I grew up in the church, friend. I am aware. I also had the blessings of my religious leader to set my feet onto this path. So, I like that one, though. I'm going to remember that one. John! John says, well, the shirt is causing people to stare. Bad Care Bear pun. Unbearable, perhaps. I do. I am a member of the queer community, so I do support the queer community. Matter of fact, there are a few trans and queer people in the chat already, so please, be polite. Grinning bear. Oh my god. Hey! I love my people. Oh. Do I need my inhaler? Or am I just getting warm? I might actually. I really am thinking I'm going to swap pins because this one is just that little bit bigger and it makes it a little bit more obvious. But I haven't decided yet. I think Amy had a good idea and used both of them. They're trying to flip the local stuff back to red again, and there's literally a turning point chapter at my school trying to put red officials on the city council and staff. That doesn't surprise me. Yes, I support the queer community. I am a member of the queer community. Matter of fact, during June, the t-shirt gets pulled out of the window, and the feminism flag that is currently behind it gets replaced with a bisexual flag. I had to find something to answer your question. Yes, we have SCA down here. I've been to an event. Never actually joined. I don't think we're ever official members. But, yeah. We played with the SCA quite a bit. I know. Yeah, we were pirates, though. What do you call a queer... And Christian in a bar? A priest, yep. I can understand that. We're going to go ahead and show that one. I cannot stand Turning Point. I'm sorry. So, for those of you who are trying to learn about something other than white nationalist Christianity shit, yep. Please look up Monty Mater. Monty, yes. As Monty pointed out, and I watched this video on my way to my acupuncture appointment the other day. Project 2025 is following the Seven Mountain Mandate. And one of the things that the Seven Mountain Mandate is, the one that I remember is they want to take over arts and education. Arts music and arts, and education, and media. Those are three of the mountains, and politics. But one of the things that the mustache man did that is very much paralleling what's happening here, mustache man had his youth program. And well, turning points thing in schools is the same playbook, because they learned that once someone reaches adulthood, they see the atrocities that are being committed by the government and they're horrified by it. But if they can get to them as kids and as teenagers and start teaching them that it's okay to do this to others and dehumanize the others in the story, it's so much easier. And it is terrifying me. That's good, Grace. Grace says the upside is that I'm basically out to all my friends and stuff, so I would have places to go if I needed. My fear is if you were to come out and they were to kick you out and you moved in with a friend, would they then go after your friend's parents? I have known some that would. John is going to be speaking again on February 12th. Yay! That is actually Mardi Gras and Shrove Tuesday, if I am correct. That's the 17th. So cool. Yay! So happy for you. They want to get rid of equity for disabled students in schools as well, and they want to replace contraception with using programs to track. Yes. Yep. That is exactly what it is. And as someone, I was gifted in school, quote unquote. I was a tag student. Hi, I am that burned out gifted student who doesn't do anything now. Fried my brains. So, yes, they want to get rid of disabled people entirely. Why do you think they were so hesitant about the COVID-19 vaccine? And they kept saying, well, it's only going to be the old and the disabled who are going to die from this. So, it's not that big a deal anyway. I heard that over and over and over again. And the sad thing is I heard it from my own loved ones who know I'm immunocompromised. That was terrifying. Yes, there are many sites to track Project 2025, and I strongly advise everyone to keep track of where we are in getting that program fully launched. But yes, and yes, they want to not only replace contraception with tracking your cycles, they want us to track our cycles in apps so they have access to that information, so that if we by any chance we do conceive, if we don't actually pop that kid out, they're going to come after us for deletion, even if it is a natural miscarriage, which, by the way, the medical term for that is a spontaneous abortion. An abortion that a woman chooses to have is an elective abortion. So, whoopsie. Yeah, I try to believe that one. That even if they want to get rid of all of us spoonies, they're not going to be able to. I won't necessarily lay that on Jesus, but I agree that they're not going to be able to get rid of all of us. Yup. That's what I'm afraid of. Is he? No, you didn't. You spelled it right. You're good. But yeah, they are waiting for us to knock down a pair of cute winter boots so that they can declare martial law. Now, no, they cannot call off elections even if martial law is introduced. Please listen to Monty. Monty has covered that, or no, not Monty, but Daniela. Daniela has covered the fact that martial law does not overturn the elections, because elections Doesn't matter because elections are done by each county. There is no way in hell that he can send personnel into each and every single solitary county in every fucking state to be able to prevent elections from happening. This is something Daniela has talked about repeatedly on her channel. Nope. I think there is still a way around that. I don't remember if Danielle has covered it. What he is saying is if he goes in and takes out each of the secretaries of state, it may prevent them. I don't believe that is possible. There is a backup for that. I just cannot remember it. Yeah. All right, now, boop, boop. Oh, hey, Kat, check out the cute little emoji that Grace used. Yeah. Oh, honey, I can understand why you are terrified. I I have loved ones who are Hispanic. I have two nephews who are half Mexican, half black. One of them looks more like one parent, one of them looks more like the other. Yeah, I am terrified for the one that looks more like mom, who was Mexican. So yeah, the fact that they fucking detained Native Americans, they fucking stopped a Native American actress. I mean, this woman was on Northern Exposure. She was here. She lives here in Seattle. She was going to get on the public transit bus. She was at the bus stop when they detained her. She showed them her tribal ID card. They told her it was fake and that anybody could print one of those up with a printer. She's like, fine, then call the number on the back of it and they'll confirm it. No, we're not going to do that. So she takes her phone out, goes to call them herself, and they assault her to prevent her from making that call. So that one kind of makes me mad. I can imagine that John is saying his girlfriend is Hispanic and she gets funny looks in London from certain demographics. No, I do not agree with martial law. I don't think it's going to happen, for one, but there will be plenty of warning before it does. And I don't agree with it. There's no reason to declare martial law, because the whole reason that we are having the conflicts we are in the cities that CBP and ICE are being sent to is they are instigating the violence. They are the ones becoming, well, agitated. They're the ones shooting people, whether it's with bullets, rubber bullets, or whatever, or tear gas, or whatever. They are the ones attacking innocent bystanders who are simply exercising their First Amendment rights. And in some cases, their Second Amendment rights. And now we have the government saying that they're not allowed to carry a gun at a protest. And we're like, excuse the fuck out of me, that is your First and Second Amendment right. The Second Amendment says that each citizen has the right to bear arms so as to be part of a well-regulated militia. So, this is something that I am incredibly frustrated by, because I swore an oath to support and defend my Constitution, and I see the president ignoring the Constitution. Anti-terrorism law is still a terrorism. Can't necessarily disagree with that. Yeah, I don't like the camps. I love you, John. Yes, I have a sleeveless t-shirt because I have the right to bear arms. Dude! Ooh, I was blinded by the light. Anyway. I will never forget the whole brouhaha over Michelle Obama wearing a sleeveless dress and baring her arms. Oh! I should have covered that pun up. Apparently he showed me a comedian that I don't remember, but she also made jokes about the bare arms thing. Yes! Hey, Chloe! How was school? They turn on the protest law so they can contradict it. Yes! Yes. Oh yeah, no, they're not gonna, no, they're gonna look at your skin and just, yeah, do their thing. I'm sorry, sweetheart. I wish school was better for you. I know it's stressful too. Oh, hey, I have water. Nope, Di's not ADD at all. Everything else. Oh. How's your French doing, Chloe? But yeah, they're starting by rounding up all of the brown and the red. Jesus wants us to be married. They said it's in the Bible. I heard that. Hold on, Chloe. Not me. Nope. Don't ask me for study tips. My ADHD ass never learned how to study. That would possibly be the man behind the curtain. Now, Jesus wants us to be married. It's in the Bible. I need to research that one. And I'm going to see if Monty has anything on that. So, oh, Grace, I am so sorry. Pseudo lady. That's entertaining. Hateful, deranged person. Not hateful. Not going to say anything about the deranged. I have done quite a bit of shadow work, thank you very much. It is part of my religion. And my opinions are that of a true traitor. My darling dear Truth, have you served this country? Are you an active duty military member or a veteran by any chance? I saw a comic strip that was the founding fathers debating if they needed to clarify the Second Amendment. Then the next scene is a picture is a picture of a set of bare arms mounted to the wall. Oh my God, that's adorable. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. That is awesome. Do you have somebody to converse with, Chloe, who might speak Spanish? What is my religion? Yeah, French. Sorry, my brain went Spanish. Go get some sleep, Chloe. Get some rest, and we can figure out studying for French by Wednesday. What is my religion? I am an eclectic pagan. I am a witch. I have been a practicing witch for just about 30 years. We're about 2 weeks shy of that 30 years. Chloe speaks French, is working on French, Jorm. That was my fuck up. Thank you, John. You are the best. But I have been a practicing witch since I was 18 years old. I have been reading tarot pretty much that long. I also do pendulums. I've thought about telling people I'm a Satanist just for laughs because of the reactions I'd get. Technically, I am also a Satanist because I belong to the local satanic temple. So, go for it. Yeah, you can get your membership to the Satanic Church online. I know a lot of people who are using Duolingo. I probably should pick my Spanish back up. I used to be fairly decent. Stopped using it. Lost it. Do not turn to mediums or seek out spiritualists, for you will be defiled by them. I am the Lord your God. Okay. Your point? You do realize that the Oracle of Delphi is mentioned in the Bible, and the rulers conferred with the Oracle of Delphi. Ooh, cool beans, John. Thank you. In a way, yes. Basically, Satanism, you are your own god. You are your own temple. But they do very much, one of the biggest things they preach, as with most religions, is do no harm. So, that's true too, Kat. Now, see, the thing is, he says I'm defiling people by selling witchcraft. Have I sold you guys anything here today? I am offering earrings and tarot readings, but the tarot and oracle readings and the divination might be, but... Too much. Too happy. Okay, well, I want to spread love, joy, and happiness and kindness, so I'm kind of in the pink here. Thanks, John. Yep, and has graffiti on it. Will says I'm a temple, not like a new temple, like an old temple in ruins that is probably haunted. Mine has graffiti. That unfortunately the easily shown stuff is hiding. Busu also has a system where native speakers can grade and correct the pronunciation of learners to help everyone learn. That's kind of cool. Thank you, John. I love it when my followers know the Bible and can clap back at these people. Y'all are the absolute best. All right. We have 5 minutes left. How about them apples? Oh, not a bad thing. Yep. Where is Mr. Fuzzy Butts? Oh, him snoozing. Yeah, he has Sarge's heated bed. Thank you, John. Mr. Fuzzy Butts came and snuggled with me this morning. He got his purr time with Mom. Thank you, Mimi. Yep. I'm a horrible, horrible person. I cast a spell on everybody in here and made you buy into my stuff. If that were the case, well, yeah. Thank you. They came from Zenny. Yeah, no shit. Thank you, Mimi. We love you too, Mimi. You are one of the best. Whoopsie. There we go. Bum, 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 bum. Don't mind me. I gotta look at something right quick. It has been a day. Just saying. Okay. It's been a week, I think, and I'm kind of blah. Plus, if Jesus returned, I think you would have a lot more to worry about than a community of tarot readers and those trying to connect with themselves and do things to benefit society. Oh, thank you, Goddess. Thanks, Mimi. Oh, have fun with Mama today. Hugs and loves, Cat. It says available. All right. Technically, turning water to wine is sorcery. Yes, John, do not apologize for rambling. Your rambling is always interesting. You always have the facts to back it up. I don't do Ouija boards. Nope. I don't touch a spirit board. Nope. Those things are not good for me. The last few times I have used a spirit board, as soon as I have taken my hands off the planchette, I went clunk. It pulls just a little too much energy out of me. The commie vet show. Well, veteran, yes. I'm not a communist, though. More of a democratic socialist. That's where I lean towards. Yes. Speaking of Luigi's, so John says I'm designing a Super Mario version, a Luigi board. Yes! Good going, Grace. I feel bad now. I'm adversely influencing a teenager. But speaking of Luigi's, the death sentence has been taken off the table for Luigi Mangione. This is an awesome thing. We are very happy about it. Yay! Okay. It's still murder what he did, yes, but there's a small part of me that wants to say it was justifiable homicide. Yeah. Oh, things are good. Ooh. Dude, where you are? Oh my God, yes. So Will says the other evening I had a knock at my door. I answered and they said, "Would you like to talk about our Lord and Savior Dracula?" I was like, wait, what? Did you invite them in or did you leave them on the porch? I think he's asking if I'm a Karen. No. Never been a Karen. I know someone who was a Karen. My older brother was married to her, but I have to admit that Ouija is quite intriguing and weird things happen after playing it. That's because it's not something you play, but yes, I don't disagree. And yeah, you're right. Your sister can be. No, it's not a toy. That is something that pisses me off. I believe Hasbro is the brains behind the Ouija board, and they sell it like it's a toy. It is not a toy. It's a spiritual tool. Dyslexic Satanists sell their soul to Santa? Yes. Yes. Dyslexic devil worshippers sell their soul to Santa. There we go. Now I said it right. Took hair. And he just left, so I can't yell at him for getting his hair everywhere. Yep, because you can't. If you have to invite them in for them to be able to step in, so you just leave them out there. Yep. It is very much a spiritual tool. That's why I don't mess with them. It's bad enough that my pendulum board has the letters and numbers on it like a spirit board. Thankfully, my pendulum has yet to fuck with me that way. But I know eventually it will happen, especially when they have to get permission from the furry bastard. Have I seen the Jack Black movie Santa? Not yet. It is on my list. I did finally get to watch Red 1 over Christmas, though. God, that was good. That was good. Watching, Chris. Can't remember which fucking Chris. I can't remember his last name. But, you know, Captain America. Chris Evans, there we go. Watching Chris Evans play a pseudo bad guy, that was kind of cool. Yes. John saying local JW knocked on the door and said they were Jehovah's Witnesses. I apologize, said I hadn't seen the accident, wished them a good day, and shut the door. That is probably the smartest thing you can do. Yes, some things are better left where they are and not invited in. Yeah, that's true too. So, I do want to point out, because I despise the JWs as much as anybody else, and the Mormons doing the same thing. part of the reason they do the door-to-door proselytizing is not to bring people into the church. It is to reinforce the cult's teaching that the outside world is going to reject you for being one of us. And all that happens when we slam the doors in their faces is reinforces that. Now, if you could sit down and talk to them, occasionally you can get through to them. However, I scared them off so badly. My youngest's best friend in high school was a JW. And when he first moved out of our house, he lived with them for a little while. Oh, shit, I forgot. So, yeah, let's just say that they figured out who I was and have not come back. I have cat fur all over my desk, and it's driving me insane. Yes, I have a very long watch list. I truly do. If they ever encounter myself or my sister and we're in the mood, we like to wind them up. No, they won't go anywhere near our house. I've seen one go to walk up the path of the house and get pulled away by another who was clearly saying, don't go there. Yep. The Mormons finally left when I asked them if they wanted to join me in the ritual circle in the backyard. So, yeah. Doom. Although they did help us clean the garage out. We had a couple of them that were pretty cool. And were willing to hang out with us and watch us do a writ. So that they were pretty cool. We were kind of sad when they moved away. They do. And and their whole medical thing. I myself have a friend who I did not know in high school was a JW. And he fully admits he grew up in a cult. And yeah, hearing some of his stories about the shit that they did, oof. Not a clue. I think it's the person who keeps coming in and being rude, but that's besides the point. But he said that his least favorite thing was when they had to go out and go door to door. He hated it because he was always terrified that the next door he knocked on was going to be a classmate. And that thought, because he was not one of the more popular kids, and he's like, that would not have helped my reputation at all at school. And they didn't care. So, yeah. They are very much a cult. Even he says it. And that's when I started calling the JWs a cult. Was after he's like, yeah, I grew up in a cult. I actually found out that he grew up JW from another of our former classmates. Because he got onto her for swearing. I think she said goddamn or something. And yeah, it was, I'm like, he was a what? However, if you don't like someone, you can call the temple and give them their address and they'll go knock on the door. That's similar to going online and signing somebody up for every freaking Bible bashing or Bible banging mailing list you can. I have done that to a couple of people. Sign them up for mailing lists of shit that I know they would not have liked. Because it's an inconvenience. It's not illegal. And it takes them a little bit to unsubscribe from everything, depending on, how prolific you are. To me, it's hand in hand. Yes. Yeah, they definitely use sex to sell. See, I see signing people up for mailing lists like that for email spam as being very, very similar to my favorite hex. May you feel the pain of 1,000 unsneezed sneezes while walking barefoot in a desert of Lego bricks while listening to a concert, a loop of the Barney and Friends theme song being played loudly over staticky, squawky speakers. Yeah, the Amish are very similar. Oh, God. Yeah, but the problem is, my phone is waiting. The problem is, we don't know an email address for him. And could you imagine signing him up for 1,000,001 freaking spam text messages on his phone? Because he's always on his phone doing shit. Oh, God. And it's been said that they gave him an iPhone because he doesn't know how to operate an Android, because Apple products are very much easier to manipulate. They're easier, faster and easier to learn, and far less likely for the user to get themselves into any kind of serious trouble. Sorry, I'm going to use skizzers. Toot toot. I'm dying. Aren't I great? I try. All right, y'all. We have been here for 2 hours and almost 10 minutes now. I have puppies who are telling me, Mom, I want to go pee. So, as we head back into our days, my witchlings, let this be your gentle charge. Go out and spread love, spread joy, and spread kindness, not because this world is easy, but because it isn't. We don't add to the noise or the cruelty. We become the soft light people didn't know they needed. And please take a moment today to tell your loved ones, two-legged, four-legged, winged, furred, scaled, or padded with paws and claws, that they matter to you, that they are seen, and that they are deeply and fiercely loved. Time is slippery, wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey shit, and these moments are so sacred. Say it now. Hold them close. Let love be something you practice out loud. And if you take only one thing away from everything we do here, please let it be that you know that you are loved, you are wanted, you are needed, and you do have a reason for being here, even if you don't know what it is yet. I didn't find mine until I was 45. So if you are still stumbling and searching, you're still on the right path. I love you guys to bits. You are the absolute best part of my day and are the reason I am still here. I love you, I love you, I love you. Namaste, my witchlings.